Hello friends, let us start the chapter of our civics class 7th, that is the state government and its role in health. Health itself public facilities, and as we know that role of the government is welfare of public and to provide public all its basic needs like education, sanitation, food, clean drinking water, health, etc. etc. So health also comes in it. So in this chapter we see the role of the government in health. But before that, let us see what is a state government. That we will do in its part 1, which is the state government. First of all, introduction. India is a federal nation, and here we see three levels of government. The first is the union government, and then comes the state government. The union is here in Delhi, which rules the whole country, and then comes state like this is Himachal Pradesh state, governed by the Himachal Pradesh government from Shimla here. Then comes the local government, means in urban areas it's municipalities, and in rural areas it's panchayat. Municipality means if the cities are very big, then they population more than 10 lakhs, its municipal corporation is there. Less than 10 lakh, it's municipal council, and if it's a town, then it's nagar panchayat there. Similarly, the panchayat system is also divided into quasi systems: the village panchayat, the intermediate panchayat, and the district panchayat or the Jila Parishad. Means how this is how we divide the government system of India into three different levels, so that the power can easily be distributed in all these systems. The power of the state government extends within the state boundaries only. Whatever the administration done by the state government, the rules applied by the state government, and the law made by the state governments apply only within the state boundary of that particular state. Here in this chapter, as we see in our book, the state is as an example, the state is taken Himachal Pradesh. So here the Himachal government from Shimla govern only the Himachal Pradesh state. It cannot go out of the boundary of the state of Himachal Pradesh. The power of the state government is mentioned in the Constitution of India. It is clearly specified that what are the power of the union. These all powers are specified in the Constitution clearly under the list. Divide all the themes or the topics are divided. The subjects are divided into different list. This union list, in which all those topics are mentioned which comes under state government, sorry, the union government, and in state list all the topics which all those topics are clearly specified which are comes under the state government. And here is the concurrent list is also mentioned here with the topics which are taken by both state and the union government. So this is how these all things are clearly specified in our constitution, where health comes in state government list. The state government has more or less the same type of a structure as of that the central government. It has three organs like legislative, In central government, it is known as parliament, while in state level, it is known as state legislative assembly or Vidhan Sabha. Executive, this central government in center, while in state, it is state government. Judicial, in center, the Supreme Court is there, while at each state level, there is a high court. So we found legislative, executive, and judicial systems in state also. Or in other words, we can see like here union, here state. Let us try to understand. In union, it is prime minister. Here it is chief minister in state. On the other hand, the head of the country is president. Here it is the head of the state is the governor, which is known as parliament. Here it is known as state legislative assembly or legislative council. Like here it is the Lok Sabha, so here it is legislative assembly. Rajya Sabha, here it is state legislative council, which is actually not in all states. It is found only in 6 states of India. Organs, same. Here it is Supreme Court and here is High Court. Here it legislative, executive, and judiciary is there. Same, the legislative, executive, and judiciaries are here. So this is how we see the structure is actually same both the way in both union and state government, but maybe some are more, some are less, but all over the structure is actually same. As you can see here in this map of India also, at present there are 28 states and 7 union territories in India. You can see here. So you can see here in the map of India, like this is the Jammu and Kashmir, the northernmost state, to Tamil Nadu in the southernmost state of India, Gujarat in the west to in east, Arunachal Pradesh. So we all have our own, these all states have their own government system, their own legislative assembly, their own chief ministers. These you can see here are the state symbols, which states government have their own official symbol. The composition of the state government. Who is MLA? MLA is the member of legislative assembly. As we done here, like there is a parliament, the member of the parliaments are known as the MP, member of parliament. Similarly, the member of the state legislative assemblies are known as MLA, that is member of legislative assembly of that particular state. And this is how when they all come together in a particular elected and gathered in a state legislative assembly, then they make or form a government. How this was happen, let us do one by one. First of all, the elections are conducted by the Election Commission of India in that particular state. The parties of different political parties give tickets to their members who nominate themselves in those particular states. As like here, every state in that state. Now, for making a state, it is necessary that the seats must be more than 60. Here in Himachal Pradesh, there are total 68 constituencies. As you can see here in this map, there are total six. This is the 68th. Kinnaur is the 68th constituencies of the state of Himachal Pradesh. So each member of different political parties stand in these elections in different constituencies. All party stands and their member stands in these elections. When the elections conducted, after that the person who get the maximum number of vote won. After elections, they all gather in the legislative assembly, as you can see here. Now, in the election result, we see the election result of Himachal Pradesh. Then 36 seats won by the Congress Party and 26 BJP, and this is how rest independent 5 and this is by another. So the majority was taken by the Congress Party. So now this is how majority party The majority party elected their leader, as like here. In Himachal Pradesh, Shri Veerbhadra Singh was elected as the leader of the majority party, that is the Congress, and this is how governor call him and appoint him as the chief minister of CM or the chief minister of the state of Himachal Pradesh. And to govern his state easily, he make his own team. CM make his own team known as Council of Minister. Now this running party sit on the right hand side of the, this is the half, they are more than half, that means they sit here. So this whole is the seat of the running party, that is the Congress will sit here. On other hand, if we see, this is the BJP who will sit in this left hand side, and here sit the leader of the opposition, while here the leader of the house, that is the chief minister, sit. And this is how speaker run the house. Now this is how we see that how state government was formed. CM make his own team and he distribute distributed various government department and ministries to these ministers so that they can do their work easily. This is how in this chapter we see how what is the state government and how state government is formed. And now in the by with continuing this chapter, we will see that what is the government, working of the government, and one of the most important work of the government is the health, and what is the role of the government in health. Any kind of problem and doubt, you can send your comment to me. I'll clear your doubt. Till thanks from my side.